Looks good. Thank you.
The neoclassical stone mansion dates from 1836. It's a city and a national landmark. The site includes a carriage house, beautiful landscape gardens, and a family memorial plot. It's the last of some 20 great estates that stood in what is today's Pelham Bay Park, which is more than 3 times the size of Central Park. The Pell family and their Bartow descendants owned the house and thousands of surrounding acres from 1654. The city bought it in 1888. The mansion and the gardens were restored by Delano and Aldrich in 1915, making this one of the earliest preservation projects in the country. Mayor Fiorello LaGuardia used the mansion as a summer office in the 1930s.
Our tour begins not at the mansion, but actually the carriage house, which was built about 1842 for Robert Bartow, a wealthy paper merchant, and his wife, Maria Lorillard Bartow. It housed the family's carriages, sleighs, horses, and related equipment. The carriage house rests on land that was part of an extensive tract acquired from the Siwanoy Indian chieftains in 1654 by Thomas Pell, an English nobleman. In 1666, Pell received a royal patent establishing the Manor of Pelham, one of the first English settlements in Westchester. His nephew and heir, Sir John Pell, succeeded him in 1670 and completed the first manor house. The estate remained in the Pell family for the next 3 generations.
The high-style Greek Revival interiors are stunning. From the beautifully detailed parlors with fluted columns, elaborate door and window surrounds, and pocket doors, to the exquisite oval stair and the orangerie, a sun-filled room with tall windows, which is an extremely unusual feature for an American house of this vintage.
Lady friends. Mm-hmm. They would, discuss things. Maybe like the Civil War was happening at the time the family lived here. So that was a thing that they could discuss together. Mm-hmm. Or they would do things that women did at the time, which was basically sew. So that thing in the middle you had is like a big red bottom. All their sewing materials would sit in there. They're not related to these kids. They don't really know who they are. But these are typical portraits that kids would get done of themselves. The family would get done of their kids.
Oh, their kids, yeah.
Ah.
Now we do the photo shoots with the babies, but they had portraits done. This little boy has like a fancy outfit, but he's fishing outside. People were impatient. They want to sit for a long photograph, especially kids. Mm-hmm. So they would do the face, and then they would leave, and the artist would have to do the body from memory. So weirdly enough, there's something wrong with this picture, quote unquote, or it kind of looks funny because of the artist painting from memory. Can you guess what kind of looks weird in this picture?
The arms?
The arm, yeah, you're right. The arm, I guess on our right, her left arm is like weird and short. You notice, right? Yeah, so that's just, I guess, a mistake.
These
just started into the little tablecloths, and they would set them in the tablecloths, and the first course would be served, those dishes cleared, tablecloth removed, go to the next course. This is, the dessert would have been served on the wooden table. And the desserts would be just this, cheese, fruit, nuts, not that cake over there, that cake is kind of out of place. That beautiful piece over in the corner, can you imagine what it is?
Over here?
No, right there, that box.
Wine cooler.
Oh.
Christine told you.
What is it? It's a wine cooler?
It's a wine cooler.
Oh, that's
It's lined with tin.
Oh.
They didn't drink a lot of water in those days because it wasn't filtered, it wasn't clean. So they drank a lot of wine.
It's one of the fanciest I have ever seen.
You've seen those before.
Yeah, I do a lot of historic houses in England and those estates are
So you'll notice pretty neatly with the ceilings are short as well. So this was very cute.
Oh man, I was so going to repose right now.
This is, again, so when we found the house, everything was empty, so we had to reimagine things. So this is reimagined as where the little girls would sleep probably, which is why it's a bit girly, right? And they had 3 daughters. You know, the little girls, maybe Clarita and Henrietta, probably would have shared the bed. It was big enough for both of them. Were all Irish girls. At that time period, the potato famine was happening in Ireland, and they all left. And they had to find jobs here, so a lot of the girls worked here. This was actually considered a good job, because
That's why the
they
cops
got
were
room and
Irish?
board.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't have to pay rent.
Huh.
They got to save all their money. It was very, very hard work. They saved up a lot of money to be able to send back home to Ireland.
and they weren't stuck in downtown Manhattan.
It was gross down there.
Yeah, with
It
the,
was a great place to live, so.
with the pigs and all the other animals running around.
Yeah, this little tidbit says the only time off would be Thursday evenings and Sunday morning. And Sunday morning was for church, so
Right.
only Thursday evening basically was your free time. I love these stairs, they're a little long.
So we left the garden and we see the rest of the property. Nice piece of land here. Tempus fugit, indeed. Time flies. The Mary Ludington Herb Garden, 1978. Going further out past the grounds of the home, out into the estate, and there's water up ahead feeding out to Pelham Bay. Wigwam. Wow, that's a big wigwam. Holy smokes, he had to bend down low to get in this joint. Oof. All right. I guess it kept you warm. Let's start a fire in here because there's no indoor heating. All right, let's get out of here. How low can you go? Ooh. And now here's the long driveway to the entrance to the property as we leave upon the completion of our beautiful tour of the Bartow-Pell mansion.